Solve the inequality, then graph the solution and write the solution in interval notation. So we're going to be solving these two inequalities here. Let's start with the first one. So again, our variable is a. We want to isolate the variable. So first thing to do is we need to subtract 3 on both sides of the inequality. So we get 5a, this cancels, less than or equal to -2 minus 3. You're adding these two numbers, you're going to get -5. And then we have to divide by 5 on both sides. And then we get a less than or equal to -1. We just solve for the inequality. Now graphing the solution, so the solution is less than or equal to -1. -1 is included since I have less than or equal. So we're going to have a bracket on -1. And since the solution is less than that, less than or equal, so the solution is anything to the left of -1 on the number line. So this is a graph of the solution from -1 and everything be to the left of that. Now writing the solution in interval notation, you'll notice that -1 is the largest value you can have. So it's going to be to the right of the comma in the interval notation. So it's -1 here to the right of the comma. Since -1 is included, we're going to have a bracket to the right of it. And anything smaller than -1 is the solution. So it's going to be all the way to, you can think about this as -infinity here. So this is the solution for my first problem. Now let's go ahead and solve the other inequality. Here we have parentheses, so we're going to have to use a distributive property here. So let's go ahead and do that. We distribute 4 times x is 4x, 4 times -5 is -20, plus 6 greater or equal to, now distribute the negative, so you get -2x. -2 times 1 is -2. Combining like terms, on the left side we can combine the two numbers, -20 plus 6. So we get here 4x, -20 plus 6 is -14. And that's greater or equal to -2x minus 2. Now we have x on both the left side and the right side of the inequality. We want to combine them. We want them to be on one side. So what we can do is we can either take the 4x to the left, to the right side, or take the -2x to the left side. So I'm going to go ahead and take the -2x to the left side. So adding 2x on both sides, that would eliminate the x here on the right side of the inequality. We get 4x plus 2x, that's 6x minus 14, greater or equal, this cancels, and you're left with -2 on the right side of the inequality. Now isolating the variable as we did in the first problem, we need to add 14 on both sides, and we get 6x, this cancels, greater or equal to -2 plus 14, or you can think about it 14 minus 2, which is 12. Now dividing by 6 on both sides, we get x greater or equal to 12 divided by 6, that's 2. That is the solution for this inequality. Okay, now graphing the solution, the solution includes 2 and anything greater than 2. Since 2 is included, we're going to have a bracket on 2. So we have bracket on 2 and anything greater than 2. That means anything to the right of 2. And here's the graph of the solution. Writing this in interval notation, you know that 2 is the smallest value that you can have. So it's going to be to the left of the comma in the interval notation. Since 2 is included, I'm going to have a bracket around 2 here. And any number greater than 2 would be a solution. So we'd have here infinity. And this is a solution in interval notation.